All right, if you've been keeping an eye on the Nepali stock market, you're going to want to hear this. There's a new IPO on the block, Kalinchowk Hydropower. And in this breakdown, we are going to unpack everything you, as an investor, need to know.
Yep, you heard that right. Kalinchowk Hydropower is officially opening its IPO. Now, they've already sorted out shares for the locals near the project and for Nepalis working overseas. So this is the big one, the round for the general public. It's a chance for pretty much any eligible investor to get a piece of the action.
Okay, so what's on the menu today? We're going to start with the IPO announcement itself. Then we'll take a look at the company behind it. After that, it's all about the numbers, the dates you can't miss, the risks you have to know about, and finally, the step-by-step on how you can actually apply. Let's get into it.
So, first things first, what's actually going on here? Well, you've got to know this isn't the very first time they're offering shares. This is actually the second phase of their IPO. And this one, it's aimed squarely at the general public. That means you, me, and any other eligible investor can jump in.
Okay, but before you even think about investing, you've got to know who you're investing in, right? So who exactly is Kalinchowk Hydropower? And what project are we even talking about? Let's dig in and find out.
All right, here are the vital stats. The heart of this whole thing is a 5-megawatt project on the Sangyu Kola. Total price tag, a cool 1.2 billion rupees, which works out to about $241 million per megawatt. Now, they've got the license for almost 30 more years, which is great. But look at these payback periods. You've got the simple payback at just over 9 years. That's basically how long it takes to make your money back, plain and simple. Then there's the discounted payback, which is longer at over 15 years. Why? Because it accounts for the fact that money today is worth more than money tomorrow. It's a much more conservative and maybe more realistic way to look at it.
Okay, let's get to the good stuff, the numbers. This is where we break down what's actually on the table. How many shares are we talking about? What's the price, and who gets what? Let's do this. Okay, if there's one number you need to remember from this section, it's this one. After they carved out shares for everyone else, locals, employees, mutual funds, you name it, this is what's left for you and me. 684,750 shares.
And the price? Super simple. It's a flat 100 Nepali rupees per share. That's the face value, and that's the number you'll be putting on your application form. No complicated math here.
This table really lays it all out, doesn't it? They started with a total pot of 1.375 million shares. And you can see right here how they sliced up the pie, a chunk for locals, a piece for those working abroad, and so on. And what's left at the very bottom? That's our number, 684,750 shares for the rest of us.
You know, with IPOs, timing is absolutely everything. So pull out your calendars because you're going to want to circle these dates. The application window can slam shut pretty fast, so you've got to be prepared. Okay, here we go. The doors swing open on Chaitra 22, that's April 4th. But listen to this. The earliest they can close is just 3 days later on Chaitra 25, or April 7th. That is a tight window. Now, if it's not fully subscribed by then, they'll extend the deadline. The absolute latest it'll be open is Vaisak 6, which is April 18th, but don't count on that extension.
All right, let's talk about the serious stuff. Every investment has risks, and anyone who tells you otherwise is selling something. It's so important to understand what you're getting into. So let's see what the independent rating agencies have to say about this company's financial health. So, Care Ratings Nepal took a look at this IPO, and here's their official take, right here in Nepali. Now, if you boil it down, that key phrase basically says there's an average risk when it comes to the company's ability to handle its financial duties. So what in the world does a Care NP-BB rating actually mean for an investor like you? Well, it's pretty simple. The rating agency is saying that the company's ability to pay its bills and meet its financial promises is, well, average. It's not a super safe blue-chip bet, but it's not off-the-charts risky either. It's right there in the middle. All right, we've made it to the final and maybe the most important part. We've gone through the project, the numbers, the risks, the whole shebang. So, if you've decided this is for you, let's get down to brass tacks. How do you actually apply?
First up, a few ground rules. The official manager for this whole process is RBB Merchant Banking. And when you fill out your application, remember, the minimum you can ask for is 10 shares, and the absolute maximum is 10,000 shares. So how do you do it? You basically got two paths. Option 1, you can go through any bank or financial institution that's part of the CSBA system. That's the central network for these applications. Option 2, and honestly probably the easiest way for most people, is to just do it online using the Mero Share software. Simple as that. And there you have it. We've laid out the facts. from the project details and payback periods to the official credit rating. We've crunched the numbers and shown you how to get in the game. Now it all comes down to one final question, a question that only you can answer. With everything we've covered, is the Kalinchowk Hydropower IPO the right move for your investment portfolio?